he affectionately describes his better half, Melissa. Melissa's in the front row, and they're excited to be in Phoenix, but not necessarily for the right reasons. Tried to take them out for dinner last night, but they decided they'd rather go on a date because they have two twins that are 2 months old, Santana and Wesley, and so they'd rather spend the time together than spend it with me, which I find incomprehensible. Anyway, we give them a warm and hospitable welcome to Phoenix. Alvin is with his family in California and regrets not being able to come back, but you'll have many opportunities to talk to him about Wes, and we know how excited he is to have him. And Lance is going to talk about him in a second. But what I did want to say was, you know, this summer has been filled with, quote-unquote, the Phoenix Suns trying to acquire assets. And there's been a lot of talk about draft choices and how many draft choices we have over the next coming years. And all that's really, really important. But that's all theoretical and hypothetical. And what we really are excited about are the human beings, the people that are coming here. And as excited as we might have been to get a first-round draft choice in this most recent transaction, what really excites us is to bring a person of the caliber of Wes Johnson here, a player of his caliber with his pedigree, and that's really what our focus is on now, and integrating all of these new players into our environment, our culture, is really exciting for us. So we welcome them, and Lance's going to say a couple words, and then we'll give it to Les.
Echo some of Lon's thoughts. It is nice not to, when you looked at our roster before a few days ago, getting a lot of calls from agents about our wing position. And thankfully that ceased with this transaction because Wes will shore up that position along with Shannon Brown and Dudley. Those guys we believe will be able to hold down the position. Wes is a young man who is emerging as we see. What he probably doesn't know that I know is in high school he played as a big. Accurate?
Yeah.
So he is a young perimeter player. And in our analysis, you have to factor that in. And that he's still learning a position on the perimeter. He shoots the ball extremely well. I think given his role and comfort and such, statistics haven't always reflected that, but he's very capable. And in other areas, whether it's guarding on the perimeter, putting the ball on the floor, he's still growing, which is something that we're excited about, and that will provide an environment where he can continue to grow here in Phoenix. Just looking at our roster, I think the average age now is about 27. Average years in the league is about 4 years. So, at the young age of 25, Wesley fits right dead center in the type of players that we want to have here, the type of players that we want to continue to grow. So, I'm personally excited and would also like to welcome you here to the Phoenix Suns.
I feel a lot older than I did 3 months ago. Go ahead, Wes.
I'm more than excited to be here. I mean, after hearing the news and everything, there's a whirlwind going down just to hearing the rumors and everything. So when it finally came about that I was a Phoenix Sun, it put a huge smile on my face, bigger than what it is right now. But it's been great news for my family, great news for me, and I'm excited about being here. The organization speaks volumes, just allowed me to come here and be a part of it.
Take questions, just make sure you have the mic and identify yourself.
Wes, it's Bob Young from the Arizona Republic. You were a little bit of a late bloomer in college, changed locations and kind of came into your own. Do you believe in history repeating itself?
Definitely. Because I bounced around the college, one place to the fifth floor, we went to Syracuse, and it was like paradise. It grew on me, so I definitely believe in that. Like I talk to my family a lot. My brother, he always says it's like it's rewriting itself over again. So I plan on having that success here.
Wes, Michael Schwartz, Valley of the Suns. What makes Phoenix such a good fit for you?
The style of play. I mean, it's very open. They get out in transition right. That fits my style of play. And how they swing the ball on the perimeter and everything. Everybody touches it, so it fits me well.
Tyler Lockman, Fox Sports Arizona. Lance described you as an emerging player. Do you feel like in your discussions with the organization and your knowledge of what this team does, I mean, you described they're fitting your style, that you can become more of a player here, you can kind of bring more out of yourself?
Definitely. It'd be more opportunity for me. So the style of play, it suits me. So me coming with this team and me being on the court with them, this is definitely going to help. Or I gotta say, it's going to enhance my skills. It's going to make me feel my comfort level. So definitely feel like that.
Charlie Feinerman, Arizona Sports 620. The Suns have made a lot of roster moves so far this offseason, and they've had to have a couple new faces coming in. Does it excite you that you're going to be able to learn with them, being new in the city and everything like that?
Definitely. It's like a rebirth, a new beginning for me. So it's all the new faces coming in and the players that do have family, so we can learn from them and also we can learn from each other coming in. So it's going to be a good training camp starting when the whole team comes in.
Hey Wes, this is Stefan from Sums.com. Just curious, what do you think of yourself athletically and compare yourself to other guys around the league?
Athletically, pretty athletic. So it'll be good to get in transition just with the guys on the point guards that we do have, especially drafting Kendall. And obviously he's a tremendous passer and driver too. So it's gonna be good.
And how do you like reuniting with Michael Beasley?
Can't get rid of it. It's a good thing, though, man. I can't. So I like Sebastian too. We named Sebastian as well. So it's gonna be good. It's familiar faces.
Lance, could you speak to his athleticism too, please?
It's good. No, he's a very athletic player. I mean, he's in the upper percentile of athletes in the league, and I mean that's one of the exciting things I think we'll see with this team in general is having guys that can run well and high flyers and can long arms and lengthy and just can make the game a lot more fun, especially with the style of play.
Anything else?
Kevin Zimmerman, Valley of the Suns. Wes, can you talk about the summer league? It looked like that you regained a lot of confidence, especially in your shot.
Definitely, it was. I want to say a coming out party where it was free. Just me come out and play. Just like regain my confidence. It's just me getting out there playing basketball. So summer league was just me getting back to my own. So it definitely was fun.
Wes, and Lance, I'd like you to also address this, but do you feel like you're better suited right now at this stage of your career to play small forward as opposed to some of the two guards in the league?
Really goes back and forth. Obviously, we have a couple years under my belt, so playing guarding the guys I did guard, so it really helped me. So now coming into my third year, I think either or. As far as defensively, I think it's as far as the smaller guys at my length, the bottom, as far as the bigger guys, my quickness. So it goes back and forth either or. So I'm ready for a challenge. So.
Yeah, I think this is a multi-position roster, which is something that we certainly thought about in acquiring the players. With the starting, the big Scola, you can argue he can play the backup center position, even though he's so-called a little undersized. He can do it comfortably. He's crafty enough offensively, and he has a post game, and defensively he's going to work at it. So he can play 4 and 5. Beasley, he can play 3 and 4. As Wesley was talking about, depending on the matchup, he may be better suited to guard certain 4s versus 3s, and vice versa on the offensive end. And same with Dudley, multi-position guy. He's had a lot of success at the 3. He started at the 2. Wesley fits right in the wheelhouse of that. He can, with his length, he can cause some problems for some of the 2s. And also for some of the 3s, he can go around those guys. And then lastly, even Gorin can play some 1 and 2. So I know that is a bigger answer than you're probably looking for, but I think that'll be something special about our roster this year, that you have several different rosters that Alvin will be able to put out there in lineups on the floor to help us be competitive, and Wesley fits right into that because you can play him in 2 positions like many other players.
And Channing can play the 4 and the 5 too, so. Another name.
Wesley, Jeremy McBee with Suns.com. How did you guys spend date night, and what are your first impressions of the Valley so far?
Sorry about that.
We went out to eat, and which was good. It's been a while since we went on a date, since the boys band came about, but it's been good. It's been fun having them. We'll trade them for the world, but the only thing I can say is the sun. I've been loving the heat. I've been in the snow for quite a bit, so I can say one thing: the sun has been good so far. So I can't wait to get a lot of it. So I'm from Texas, so the heat is like one of my best friends. I missed it a lot, so coming back here, I'm enjoying it.